Okay, this one will be an interesting one. Okay, let's see if we can make it look good. Actually, we're going to leave that for now. Well, hang on, we're just going to keep it on standard for a change. Alright, this will be interesting to see how this one comes out. So we're going to leave that on the normal setting. Okay, I was wondering if negative positive would work, but I think we're going to see what it looks like as a positive image. We just have to enlarge it and make it into a mirror image. Right, what is it? It's a bill fragment. You can see Woolworths Cricket Blast. Yeah, for children's cricket. Obviously Woolworths is sponsoring it, so we're just going to put it upside down. So that's going to be like that. It's a little bit tatty. It's got other things. I had to cut the border off it to make it look better. So I'm wondering, we're just going to quickly play with the buttons. Wondering if we're going to slide it down a bit or maybe all the way. It's hard, tough choice to make. So I'm thinking we're just going to put it in the corner like that and see how it goes. So how big is it? It's a little bit smaller than an A5. Oh, it's bigger than an A5 on the vertical. So now we're just going to leave that, put that down, and we're going to just work out just how big to make it. So here is going to be 100, and how big are we going to make this one? 160 for the horizontal, and for the vertical, we're going to perhaps reduce it. So we're not going to make it that size. We're going to make it 70%. I don't think so. Thinking maybe 80%. Let's see how we go with this. Okay. Okay, let's see how that looks. Whoa, that looks interesting. The vertical stretch, and we're just going to make it, how are we going to make it? A bit taller on the vertical, we didn't want to actually, whatever. I was thinking we had to reduce it, but we need to actually enlarge it. So that's come up. Horizontally it looks okay, but vertically it looks like we fucked it. I didn't look properly. I think we need an enlargement still. So we're going to maybe make it 130% for the horizontal. No, for the horizontal. That's the vertical. See, little arrow saying vertical. Silly me. And here we're probably going to make it bigger. We're going to make it 180%. So we're still going to get heaps of distortion. So let's see how we go. So yeah, obviously Woolworths are sponsoring for this children's cricket. I mean, I was brought up watching cricket on television, and basically, yeah, I have slight appreciation for it. I'm not big on cricket. It's not my life's ambition to really get into the cricket. But basically I have some appreciation of the game because my parents brought me up to basically like it, even if just from the point of view of watching it. My brother used to play cricket, incidentally, so it did have some kind of added game, it wasn't just watching. It did go beyond watching it on TV from my brother. So he used to play it. So it wasn't, but for him it wasn't just a TV activity. It was basically something that he enjoyed doing for a while. And he used to always practice the bowling movements when he was at home. So he did enjoy the game for himself. So he wasn't just an armchair cricket player all his life. He did have some actual experience with the game, which was quite nice. It's not my thing. I wouldn't go playing. I've tried bowling when I was doing it, a bit of it at high school, and I just couldn't throw the ball. I just couldn't bowl. I tried bowling overarm, and I feel really like I've got no muscles on my arm, and it just feels really clumsy. So I'm not like my brother. I don't have the same ability that he had to do it. Whereas, yeah, I'm actually wondering if we're going to change this. We're going to try and bring this up to the top a bit more. So I'm going to change things around a bit. But yeah, it wasn't a game for me to actually play. I wasn't big on it exactly either, watching it on TV, but it just added an extra dimension to the hot day in my parents' house, especially. Like when I was in my parents' house, there was no heating, there was no cooling in the place, not even a fan. So it used to get really hot, and the place wasn't insulated. So it used to feel both the hot and cold in both the winter and the summertime, and basically the cricket just went well with the heat for some reason. It went quite well. And we just hear all the crowd cheering and the commentators. There's something about cricket in the summertime. Even though I never played it, I never got into it in a big way, but I still had an appreciation for it nonetheless. And even when I lived alone, I still put it, I'm pretty sure I still had the cricket on, but except I didn't actually stay home much at my old place. I found staying home during the day absolutely drives me bonkers. So I always wanted to go out and just get out of the place and go out in the morning and then come home in the evening or in the afternoon. But then I think that was when I put the cricket on. I don't remember. But I know at my parents' place it became like a fixture of being at home in the summertime. Now I'm thinking we're going to get rid of these edges, and I'm thinking I'll just have to cut off that top bit. I'm going to try and make this into something really nice, even though it was never intended as an artistic thing. It was just advertising. So now let's just have a look and see if we can grab this again. I'm just trying to grab it, and we're just going to get rid of the corner of that. So we've got to up it a bit. I think that'll be high enough. But cricket, yeah, it's a lovely fixture to have in the home on a hot summer's day. Even though I don't even enjoy the heat, I don't like it when it gets really hot. So, but it still added some feeling to it, to a hot day watching the telly. Or I wasn't even always watching it. I just used to like the sound of it. It just kept me company or something. Or it just added a certain feel to being at home. So let's see how this looks. See if we've made this nice and centered. That looks a lot better. I'm wondering if that's how it's going to be. Looks really nice. I'm wondering if we're going to go any further, change it any more. I think we're going to make this part the centre, because it's got that slightly diamondy shape to it, and there's less of the borders. So this is an interesting project we're working on. So I hope you cricket fans like this, what I'm doing here, even though I tore this off a poster. Let's see how we go. That's that one. Okay, that's those two. Now we're just going to make some mirror images of this. Let's see where we go. Oops, come on. Okay, we're just going to punch off two of those. Yes, two, not one. Here we go. Hopefully it'll not hopefully it'll recognise it won't cut anything off, because we are photocopying an irregular sized original, and sometimes in mirror image it doesn't always read properly. So let's see how these have come out. See if it's come out properly. Yes, it has. And there, let's see how this will line up. So yeah, this is an interesting thing that we're doing. Oh, I just found something there, a little bit of plastic. Oh, we'll vacuum it up later. Right, let's just assemble it now. But it's good to get people involved in sport, you know. I guess it's good for the body and good for the mind. Yeah. Not everyone sport isn't for everyone, and you got to weigh up the issue of whether you could end up with an injury, especially a permanent injury. Injuries are always a problem in sport, especially even sport like cricket. So there was even one cricketer in recent times, probably about 3 or 4 years ago now, who copped a ball. It somehow got past the guard on his helmet and hit him in the temple, or somewhere near the temple. So it was really, he died. So it can carry the potential of death, which is not terribly common in cricket, but it can happen, as you've seen in recent times. I forgot the name of the cricketer, but it was really sad. But anyway, I think now we can call it quits. I think I like it.